Can you see the light? You know, when we didn't have a chance, we have a chance of the fighters that have been in this program for a while back when we was on Facebook. Yeah, I can see the light, and the light is that our due process is getting violated in a big way. And I got these snitches contacting me. I'm gonna call them snitches, and if the picture that sent me is them, then they're really beautiful. Just saying. But that's my credentials. Y'all got to see my credentials. And I'm busy, Nikki. This is my credentials. No, I'm not showing my credentials to you. Okay. I'm showing them to the assholes that's trying to investigate me over here for helping Randall or whatever. I don't know. I've been through the shit, 33 months, shipped back for a mental evaluation back to Bunton, North Carolina with a forced medication order. Okay, so I don't think y'all ass is going to bring no heat to the table that's going to make me sweat. I got my tie on and my pink shirt. When I wear my pink shit, that means it's serious. Damn, I should have got my nails done. All right, sorry. I need to stay focused. Okay, so first off, Henry's still in his house, and this is going on the 5th week. So, yeah, that $300 RICO for foreclosure eviction, that's what we're using to help Henry. It is pretty bad. Okay, sorry. Got distracted just for a minute. Okay, but you know what? Nikki's stepping up. She got them in the same position Henry has them. She used the same. She had a little trouble. So did Henry. And you guys that watch, you can go to the YouTube channel and punch in Henry, search it. You'll see the videos pull up. It's probably 4 or 5 update videos, Henry. Near the end of them, in the end of the first one, I'm talking to him in his ear, telling him what to say. And I couldn't really hear them. But in the second one, so Henry, you got to let me know. I mean, I don't care if I'm on speakerphone. I just need to know because, I want to make a good timing decision when I piss him off really bad. Okay. But anyway, it's all good. Anyway, I noticed I could hear him really good. I was like, oh. And then one lady came to the thing and she was the third person. I think she was the third person and came to the counter to try to deter Henry that he couldn't file his stuff. I said, Henry, who's that one with the big mouth coming up in there? And she said, I'm Demetra. Oh, damn. Hey, Demetra, I'm on speakerphone. But, I only let a second pass, okay, because I ain't giving up control. I let a second pass, and I addressed the fact that, I'm big mouth too, okay? And then we went into the shit that, we ain't following these local rules. Who the hell? I said the rules are what got him where he's at right now. We ain't trying to follow no rules. I give them people a hard time. Okay, so he has all the stuff. I'm gonna show y'all what I sent him. Okay, he invested it not only in the premium package, he invested in the premium custom action stuff going on over there. And so, okay, but first off, there was a whole big old thick packet of shit. Well, it's not shit. We use it as evidence to stick back up in their face. Our stuff's only like this thick, like 4 or 5 documents. The rest of this is their crap and all the stuff they was doing illegally. Oh, excuse me. We're having trial tonight. I didn't mean to lead the witness, your lordship. Your honor. No, I can't use that word because there ain't no honor. Okay, so I'm having fun tonight because they're coming after me. All right? I live under the bus. Okay, I'm the only person that I know. Okay, there's somebody else y'all can, that went through the federal crap. I didn't take. If you throw that shit on the table that you didn't take a deal, you also got to throw on the table that you didn't plea. You didn't take the deal. Well, they got a plea rate. Okay, but anyway, if you're gonna say you got out scot-free and you're innocent, all that shit, then you need to say that didn't take the deal. So there you go. And then I went in with 3 charges and came out with 12. I had 12 charges, additional names, additional email addresses and shit that were all, them people are totally out of control. Okay, so I already know how to roll. Okay, when it comes to this criminal shit, I lived that shit. And when I say lived it, okay, my motivation is, and I'm just going to share it with y'all. Okay, we're going to have to take a time out. This program is brought to you by My motivation is I couldn't protect him. I can now. And this is my therapy for going through what I went through. Yeah, so, you get jacked up, the scene back for a forced medication order, and then, yeah. Luckily, Luckily, when I looked down in the sand, it wasn't a size 16 footprint that I saw. Okay, I'm just gonna throw that shit on the table right now. What inside 16 footprint that I saw? And well, I was trained to be crazy. That's what they told me. I was crazy. I thought they ass was crazy. Okay, because they came and offered me the deal. And they wanted me to lie on my wife at the time. Okay, I'm not married now. And the stress, she ended up spending 6 years. Bless her heart. Okay, I'm not married now. They wanted me to lie on my wife. And I don't know how I explain that to my 3 beautiful hero kids or the other 28 foster kids that we took care of 1, 2, or 3 at a time for 17 years. I don't know how, no. They wanted me to lie on her. And I told them, I told them twice. The third time, they was getting kind of desperate. 6 years after they started screwing with us. Okay, so anybody want to know why I'm here? There you go. 6 years after they started screwing with us, had me locked up, were trying to get me to lie on her. Okay, so the reason I'm pissed off is not really about, the fact that they wanted me to lie on her. The deal they offered me was, you tell us that there was some illegal stuff going on in your wife's secondhand store where she busted her ass every day, and we can get you out today. And they said, we'll let you keep your house, and we'll give you back some of the stuff that we stole. Seized. I got to get the right word. Oh, from your wife's store, That's all I'm thinking. They paid all these snitches to let them out of jail early and doing all this shit. That's the best they can do. Give me back my own shit. I already knew there was some crap, so I asked the guard to step in the room too, because you know how that shit go, man. There's 2 over there, you need 2 over here. At least. Minimum. 4 ears. And so they offered me the deal. And I looked at them all serious. And then they just looked confused because they didn't speak Spanish. And the guard said, Mr. Neighbor said he's not in a hurry to go home today because he likes the food here. That's when they sent me out for a bunch of mental evaluations. Looking back, okay, let's get to Randall. So this is the Paulding County Solicitor's Office, Luna, Luana Nolan, Nolen, the Solicitor General from Georgia. And this document is, I'm just gonna show it to you here and just let you take a look at it for a couple of minutes so that you can read it. It's a transfer document. Okay, so it says the above style misdemeanor case citation E05616-279 is hereby transferred to you for prosecution as a felony for the following reasons. These, which means there were more, citations were issued as part of a meth trafficking drug task force, case 840356-21-2. And the associated felony warrant, the warrant that they attached was the warrant to search the car. It wasn't a warrant for his arrest. If they didn't have a warrant for his arrest, then they would have to have probable cause to stop him, right? That's the way it's. Okay, I know we don't have no rights. I said that shit a whole bunch of times. Unless you're willing to stand up, and Randall is. And he has. And we are. Okay, so it says here the citation isn't part of a drug task, Wait, it was issued as part of it wasn't issued because they thought he was going to kill some people or something. No, it was issued as part of meth drug. And this is not Randall's case. He's not part of this case. Okay, and they said these citations with S. How many other people they're violating like this? They have them locked up over there. And I put together the package and I sent it to him. 2 copies of everything, including all of their evidence, all of their crap, stuff that showing, I said, and he should have arrived on Friday. He also has a writ of habeas corpus, and I'm going to show you guys. Okay, so that's what they're working off of right there. All the other stuff is shit. Okay, and here's the thing: whenever you're dealing with the government, the more shit they bring to the table, the more shit is shit. Okay, I'm just saying. And I'm gonna tell you guys right now, no, not my people. Okay, I'm talking to the fools who think that they can send a bunch of women to hit me up on my cell phone. Anybody that know me know I don't spend. If I spend any time talking to you on my cell phone, you have to be pretty I don't spend time. This ain't my first investigation for stuff either. I never been convicted. Come on now. I don't know if it's Randall's. Okay, but he's locked up right here because this is a part of it, and not because he was driving and he took his car, searched all of his stuff. Okay, so my suit to prosecutor package, okay, has been altered a tad bit, changed, based off of the real-time feedback from my ass, based off of what happened to me. Okay, so start out with, number one, first thing they do is jam up your money. They jam up your money, put liens on your property and all that shit before they even get any kind of, because they want to funnel your ass down to take their pretender defender on the public level, on the federal level. And the pretender defender works for them, all of them. And I'm going to tell you why. Now, we're on a state level right now with these fools from Georgia. They ain't got no sense. And they're out of control, so that's fine. Okay, but I'm going to tell you why. Why the federal level, federal attorneys on the federal level won't help you. They can't. And what they do is they pass that shit around, and the attorneys that don't want nothing to do with the dirt bypass on it and send that shit back to the prosecutor. Terry D. Moorhead and Marietta Parker. That's who y'all asses need to catch up with, okay? If y'all wanna give me some crap, okay? Y'all need to catch up with them because y'all know that y'all can't come down here in this state and do shit without having the federal government backing you up. And I ain't addressed the shit I need to address with they asses yet. Oh, it's been a lot of years. I'm not ready. I'm getting close. We getting close. Actually, I put the claim together for my ex and I sent it to my kids to give to her because she's on some other stuff that I don't really know about what the problem is. I don't think they gave it to her yet, which tells me she ain't doing good making friends with them either. So. But it has fraudulent concealment, okay? Tolls the statute of limitations, so shiver. Okay, so for random, and this is how the package is going to be. So in the package now, we've added what we need to cloud the title, the notice of conveyance, the notice of judicial, of lis pendens. And then we added judicial notice of conveyance and a judicial notice of lis pendens. We're adding that also to the prosecutor package. That way you can protect your property before you start punching them in the face. Or if they already leaned on your shit, it moves your ass. Fraudulent conveyance means that they're stealing your stuff, just shuffling paper. There you go. That's your argument. They can't find the paper to show that whatever. Fraudulent concealment, told you that's limitations. Okay, so this is one. Most of the time, when you're in this situation, you're already jammed up. They already got you in the system. And they want to get control of that straw man so they can tap into that CS2K2 trust, or trust, or whatever the hell y'all know what I'm talking about. Okay, but all the stuff they're doing, false arrest. Okay, so here you're going after them for false arrest, false imprisonment, fraudulent concealment, and violation of 42 U.S.C., separation of the powers. Having all of them no checks and balances. Okay, they send the charging document, okay, from a municipal court. Now, this municipal court has no judicial authority to do shit. Look it up. Get the court clerk's manual for your state and look it up. And it'll tell you. Municipal court don't have judicial authority. Oh, wait, because I'm going to get right to it, mofo. All right. Municipal court gets its judicial authority from the city ordinance. Oh, I read that shit. Oh, we moving straight to federal court. That was $310 seatbelt tickets back in 2018. And I can't talk about that anymore. Anyway, so yeah. RICO, false arrest, RICO. Oh, is that what they're doing? Oh, we learning from the federal prosecutor's RICO manual. I have it. I was going to print it off. But that's what we're learning from. We learn how to use their own plays on their own ass. So the counterclaim, you want to add all of the players as add them as plaintiffs, and now I don't know, they can't represent each other. They can't litigate a case they're party to, and that's a federal law that mandates that these fools are supposed to do all this stuff, and they don't. It's a federal law, so they're in violation. The judge in violation of federal law. I don't think he has any standing to be saying shit to anybody. I don't know. We ain't resting on that because we like to keep punching. That's what we do. we like to keep punching. And this is number 2 for his case because he's already locked up. So I sent him all this stuff. And it's all stapled together with 3 big old giant staples. So that's really going to piss them off because they try to make copies of everything. So we're going in and demand to dismiss for lack of jurisdiction, fraudulent concealment, member tolls the statute of limitations, ban, and violation of constitutional rights. Now, I've been doing this for a minute and have a hard time taking their beating. So we ain't playing. This prosecutor package, this is it right here. And this ain't everything. This is just what we're using for him, right? This, I don't, he don't have property, so we don't have that stuff in here. This some other stuff. He's already locked up. So this is like the emergency kit. Oh, this is like the emergency kit. Demand for writ of habeas corpus for immediate release from unlawful detention and void judgments. So after they talked, so the first time he called me from jail, we had a conversation. I was actually walking. I walked like 4 miles. But the reception was good, so we had a conversation. Somebody got excited and started talking some trash. Just a little bit of trash. And then they blocked his phone for, I don't know, almost a day. I'm sure they had to investigate me, and then had to go call their snitches to give them my number and see if they got what the hell. How's that going to work? Hello, beautiful ladies. Okay, so here's the check down for me, okay? When it comes to women, I have to be older than my youngest kid. And I think he's 39. Somewhere around in there. And these people, they send me pictures of, are you kidding me? Oh, wait, maybe that's what's playing here. I don't know. But you guys are stupid. Okay, because ain't nobody over here got time for none of that shit. I'm too busy figuring out how to kick y'all asses. How to teach other people. I might be a little out of control. I got a lot of friends. Okay, so I know they like to try to ignore shit, whatever, and So I sent Rando a copy of his last pendants. Yeah, I sent him a copy of his last pendants lien, and he can put a lien on damn detention center. He has to have somebody from his family look it up and find the legal description, okay? But the property description got to go right in there. Okay, now, it says that, you got to file federal shit or whatever to put a lien. But I think if I filed a $200 million lawsuit in state court, and if you get it from me, it's for federal, and you have one filed in federal, but we don't need to run down there right now while we're beating their asses right here. Okay, and so once you get your state lawsuit filed and get a certified copy of it, then I would put a lien. If they try to tell you that you need a certified copy from federal court, then okay, your next thing you're gonna do is file your actual claim in federal court. So you'll have. But you know what? I would jack with them with this and make them tell me whatever the hell they want to tell me, okay? Because we got this right here, okay? This right here is firebomb right there. I'm just going to leave it set. It's time for a commercial break. This commercial brought to you by winningcourtnow.com firebomb. Oh, yeah. Okay. So why is this exciting to me? Because the notice of preservation of court's property and records. Now, I'm assuming Randall's going to put a lien on the courthouse. I would put a lien on them. Well, no. Well, if I was in Randall's case, maybe that would be good because then they wouldn't be able to do it. Well, we have to take it off at some point so they get in there and pay. It's supposed to be serial. I mean serious. Okay, so Coach, what happens when we put the lien on it and we do this? Well, if you use the RICO, okay, then this is seizing their property. Well, you can see something else. You don't have to do the property. You can do the judge's house. Okay. Oh, no. No, don't even start to have immunity. Okay, because they don't. I don't care, federal judge, it don't matter. Their ass don't have immunity. And I'll tell you why. And they get a little sticky when you do federal judges. Okay, but they don't have no immunity. And I'm still going to tell you why, aside from the sticky shit. But I would probably stick. I like to do the attorney. I like to file a lien against the attorney's property or the prosecutor's property. Actually, you do the counterclaim first, and then you add the property to the counterclaim as damages. So now you got to serve the counterclaim to the spouse of the attorney or the prosecutor. If you want to be smart about it, that's a better word for I'm talking about. Okay, then we add the State Bar Association to it, and now the attorney's spouse has to get representation from the federal level. Oh, wait, they were going to have to do it anyway because we use federal case law. And thank you guys for remembering that. Oh, to the person that left a comment on my YouTube channel, I was so freaking excited. It made my day. You, whoever you that is, email me or call me. If you need something from the website, you call me. Who am I talking about? I'm talking about the person, and it looked like a military person too, so that's even sweeter. A little, because I'm two of my kids are, All right, so this person made a comment that made my stinking day. Commercial break. I'm practicing for when I started my collaborations or whatever. All right, I know y'all want to know what he said. This person left a comment, and he said, damn, Title 18 does not have an enacting clause, a title, or a body. It was never ratified. Bam! I already know that. Okay? What impressed me was that he went and checked. It looked like a he. I couldn't see. It's a really small picture. And he said, I checked, and Coach is right. It's not. All of those people that are in prison for drug charges and shit that didn't injure anybody or damage anybody's property are getting jacked. Title 18 was never ratified, and I actually have documentation to verify that. But I don't need to show it to nobody, okay? But I had to hunt for it. I think, you know what? Here's the thing. An acting clause, a title, or a body is a wrap, okay? I'm playing football and calling that balls. I'm not that smart, so I have to keep it simple so I can keep up. That's how we roll with that. Andrew was calling me today, worrying about, winning stuff, and I told him I know this ain't his first rodeo. It ain't mine either. So I told him, what you do, don't be blowing up my phone and ask me for that shit. They very rarely give you the mail in those detention centers on the same day that the mail comes in. And I'm surprised that anybody gets any mail there because all of the websites have the wrong zip code for the inmate mail. I actually figured it out because I got this lady in this little town and she punched it in and then she made a face. And then I said, it could be, they could be scamming us. And she did a couple of more things. And then she figured out that it was not the right. She actually looked it up on the computer too. So she in the end, she had to force it to go through. And I'm like, I know people over there ain't getting there. And getting no mail. The correct zip code is 30157. And I'm going to show you guys what to show. I'm saying, thing out there, snitches calling me up over here and trying to, I don't know what the hell. I think I got free time. Let me see which one of these. Okay, here you go right here. No, that wasn't the right one. Okay, this one right here. You got a lot of, I see it spelled the word wrong. Here we go. Now, this is the sheriff's department. So we don't want them. Here you go. Senate inmate mail, Paulding County, Georgia. And so here's the address that they have. Paulding County Jail, 190 Constitution Boulevard, Dallas, Georgia, 30132, and it should be 157. And they have that on several of the websites that are for people to be able to send mail to them. Four websites that I searched. Random, I have to jam up for that too. I'm not even 100% sure. Well, the little old lady had been working at the post office for a whole bunch of years, so I trust that she got it handled. But yeah, this is real sad. This is the same kind of shit that you have to put up with when they come after you with some stupid shit. And they transfer, so they arrest him on a misdemeanor charge, which is total BS. But since he's, according to them, linked some kind of way with these people who are in the drug trade, whatever. Then they just transferred him over from the misdemeanor shit over there. And then when he gets transferred over to the other court, then they send you another charging document. What? Okay, so the whole thing is based off of the municipal court. Remember? The one that don't have jurisdiction to do shit. The one that gets its judicial authority from the city ordinance. Is that why municipal court is down the street over there? It's not connected? Oh, yeah, it's connected because they still transfer people over from the misdemeanor $5 court over to be jacked around without even Wait, there was no probable cause for stopping this man. Not written right there where it should have been. Okay, so people from Georgia, y'all ass don't have to sneak around and do all this stupid shit. Okay, just call me. 913-240-0227. Call my ass and let me know what time you got free. Send you a link. And y'all ass can be right in the window, right there, or whatever. And you can come and tell everybody why y'all gotta be sneaking around y'all ain't gotta sneak around with me, okay? Because I don't play that shit. Don't send me nothing to sign for. I don't play that shit. If you want a piece of my ass, just mail the shit to me, okay? And then I do check my mail, but I ain't signing for shit. And I don't know what y'all trying to prove with the little shit y'all doing, okay? Because the last prosecutors that jacked with us, Tara D. Moorhead and Marietta Parker, they're disbarred now. They got disbarred a few years back, and it's now come out that Tara D. Moorhead was involved with drugs and was buying drugs. The federal prosecutor was buying drugs from people in cases or whatever that, they're admitting now because she don't have no more power. I admitted it too in my blog, and I got beat down for it. That's all right, because I had real good information. Yeah. So, you know what? Why don't you call Lynette Baker, the assistant attorney general? I don't know if she still is. She was several years back when she tried to shut me down 3 times. Okay. Call her and ask her if she want to come get in my face again. I don't think she did. It's funny how it goes. When you get proficient at suing people, shit change. And all of a sudden, wait, they don't want to mess with you because the kitchen's on fire. For the people that's willing to stand up and make them respect your rights, you can head over to WayneInCourtNow.com and get your shit, because we ain't playing over there. And I don't know nobody else that's doing the eviction, the foreclosure eviction. Oh, it's fire. And okay, so we got Henry. He's still in his house, and they accepted the demand to dismiss his shit. They didn't want to accept the preservation document that would allow us to implement the seizure and shit of the RICO. They didn't want to take the 10-day restraining order because I don't think they thought they needed either one of them. He's going on the 5th week after the sheriff dropped off paperwork saying they was gonna come throw shit in the yard. So we're and then we got, I guess we need to say hi to everybody. I'm sorry, I'm a little worked up today. I'm scared because the assholes in Georgia don't like somebody standing up for people and helping people with their rights. And what the hell you want, Fred? Okay, sorry, man. I know you got to get me back for that shit. Welcome to Scream Tonight. The Stream. I don't know. Welcome to some shit tonight, man. And yeah, I'm having fun. I don't care. The funny thing is, when I live with other people, the last person I lived with was grumpy, and like always grumpy and fear now. So I can do whatever hell I want to. Y'all ass want to come and jam me up, y'all gonna have to knock, and I'll talk to y'all ass when I need to leave to go get food. Okay, I already had y'all ass busting in. No, wait, y'all didn't bust in. Open the door and let y'all ass in. Okay. If you got it, I'm like the most lily white black man I know. Okay, I ain't doing shit like y'all get a warrant. The unlawful practice of law without license, all that's such bullshit. I know y'all ain't gonna waste my time with that shit. Okay, because under Swear versus the Board of Examiners, the Supreme Court ruled that no state can license the practice of law. So there you go with that. And I know all y'all ass got is a bar card. Okay, I got one too. I got a federal one. And anybody else that roll with me can get their federal bar card off. I lowered the price of it on the website. And I don't know. I ain't a deal taker. If y'all ass did your homework on me, and when I'm talking now, you guys, I'm talking to these fools. Okay. If y'all ass did your homework on me, you know I'm not a deal taker. So Randall told me that I should ask him what her name was. That the pretender attorney, the federal whatever, told him that told him that she contacted me. Oh. Maybe she's the snitch bitch. She didn't contact me and tell me who she was or whatever. It's starting to fit together. It's my blueberries, and I eat grapes too. But the blueberries, so she told Randall that she contacted me, but ain't nobody called my ass. Well, excuse me, they texted me looking for Anna, and then somebody else texted me looking for Karen, both on the same damn day. Damn. I had a friend tell me nothing happens in a vacuum. She was white, and I didn't know what the hell. But the way she was using, I was like, okay, so there's no coincidence. Yeah. Okay, that sounds like ghetto language, nothing happen in a vacuum shit. So, and she's absolutely right. Okay, so I don't really do what I'm doing now. This is not a regular part of what I do. Okay, but these fools have been blocking me from advertising, shadow banning me on YouTube, and then YouTube was jacking me around until I got on Rumble. And now I'm on Rumble. Rumble sends the shit over to YouTube. Oh, now YouTube wants to show my stuff. YouTube, you can kiss my ass. Okay, I'm just saying. Hey, Nikki, now Nikki's next in line with the RICO package to jam them up from in the foreclosure situation. And the one of the very gratifying, satisfying, cool that I get to do is I get to watch people enter an era of personal transformation and strength and overcome the vulnerabilities. I get to, and when I hear in people's voice, it was kind of, I don't know, I'm just going to talk about it for a minute, Nikki. So she kicked butt. She went down there. They've been giving her a hard time because I'm just going to throw it on the table. She was too nice. And then they kept giving her a hard time. She went down there with a big girl boots on and stomped on some shit, stomped around. And when she left, she figured out they gave her a hard time again and jacked her over. And she went back the next day. She was not having it. I don't know how long she spent in there making sure that they, And then she also invested in the custom package. So the coach sent them an email with all the stuff that she was going down there to file too. Actually sent some of the stuff she'd already was using, but I just stacked up that email so that they would. And that's how they do it. They come to the table with rolling all this shit in on little carts and shit, and it's all just total bullshit, but our stuff's not. So she's got everything that Henry got filed in her case. So and she's been on them. She's been on them pretty good. And so I think their hearing's coming up. There was supposed to be a hearing, but when you file something, they're supposed to have 14 days to respond. So quite a bit of stuff got filed. I didn't know how. But if it plays true to what's been already going on, the RICO stuff has been a total pain, and they play hot potato with it. And that's what we found out in Southern Arizona. Start shipping it all over the place. So we decided to use that for the eviction stuff because they're going to ship it around. Well, it's hotter, especially when we figured out we can come in the back with the preservation thing, jam the ass up with the seizure situation. Okay, and if we get to the point where they don't step down and we have to, I think I could put together a foreclosure lawsuit that you can use on their ass and foreclose on the seized building. We don't roll with limitations. No limitations. If they're making you limitations, then you need to the lawsuitation. Give me a minute. Okay, I might need longer. So yeah, we're waiting to see what their move is. They ain't answered. They just took the stuff. They've been giving this lady a hard time, not want to take her shit. And she figured out how to say, once you jam at them in the face and how they're, especially if you get the custom shit and you bring shit to the table, I'll put it right in the lawsuit that we stick right in their face. Let's I'm about to get excited for some other shit. So, yep, people champ and the people ring. We don't play around. Say you like it if you get mail. Yeah. Well, we about to change that. You have to get through all my bunkies. I have a lot of bunkies, and my Mexican buddies helped me when they sent me back for that fourth medication. I was out of gas. I ain't even gonna lie. I was out of gas, and they did an intervention. I was like, wait a minute. They all came in my room. They didn't have a lock in the sock. Already beanies down there. Like, I haven't talked to nobody. What the hell's going on here? Yeah. Then they asked me, yeah, that means, are you scared? Do you have fear? And then they started asking me other shit. Are you giving up? And I was there earlier checking out the rules, make them check that shit and do this stuff or whatever. And then I showed up and had nothing to say. Yeah, but no, that didn't last long because I had to suck it up. No limitations. And then I appealed the forced medication order from the federal medical facility with the help of my ex-wife and my friend Dennis and a couple of other people. And I won the appeal. And the doctor wasn't able. But what I found out was it was the medication order they were trying to do. It wasn't, they would like to medicate me. Okay, what I found out was, and I'm going to address this at some point, what I found out was that it was a fake medication order. And my shitty ass attorney, Sarah Pilot, and Marietta Parker, the prosecutor that got disbarred for violating people, they made a deal with the judge to send my ass back so they could finish getting my wife at the time. And it's all in transcripts. The main deal sent me back. And after the fact, I figured out what they were up to. Looking back on it, especially as a coach, they actually paid 2 snitches commissary. I don't know how much, and I didn't ask. I found out about the second one actually came and shook my hand when he had his family Google my name or whatever, and found out I was giving the prosecutor a bunch of shit. And, okay, but they paid these 2 snitches to pick a fight with me because they knew I used to box, whatever. They knew my history. I studied karate for a bunch of years, and I used to box and, did all that stupid shit. My hands hurt. Okay, but see, here's the thing. And they could have forced medicated me in there. But, it didn't take me, to figure out what was going on and how I got out. Holding my breath. Yep. And that's why I told Rando when he called me, I don't want to hear none of that shit, okay? Because you're getting out. Yeah, no. I got out. I had to all of them attorneys. That's how I got out. I decided, every single time. So when I won the appeal to block them from force medicating me, they tried to have the attorney call me. I'm like, fuck you guys. I'm not talking to nobody. So they left me sit in the federal medical facility in Butler, North Carolina for 6 more months because I wouldn't kiss her ass again still. I didn't know what to tell. And then finally they had to move my ass out of there and move me back to the CCA, the shithole detention center in Leavenworth. They moved me back. They weren't happy when they moved me back anyway, okay? Because before I left, I was helping the Mexicans with their legal work. And 3 people got to go home. And then they were mad. And I told the guard, they were sending me out for a forced medication order. I know they don't think I'm helping the Mexicans with. I didn't laugh. I was serious. I have mental defect. Okay, so they sent me back, and they never told me that, I blocked them from medicating me. The damn judge was the one that said I was mentally ill in the first place with my bitch-ass attorney, Sarah Pollitt, up there lying and shit and whatever. Okay, so, I beat so they sent me back. So what are we going to do now? Look, man. I'm not going nowhere to talk to no attorneys. Okay, if y'all gonna beat my ass, y'all just need to come and do it. Because I don't give a shit. Now I tried that once before and that I wasn't going to go to court one day. It was early in my and they were suiting up to come, with the pepper. Okay, so and I changed my mind real, but not now. And I told them I'm not talking. No, attorneys came down there and they called me and no. I said I don't have nothing to say to them. Okay. That means their goddamn attorneys don't want to work for me. Okay. That's it. So now I'm sitting in jail. My wife is in the pod next to us. They rushed the foreclosure on our property, both of our business property, and to make sure it got sold before I got out. And you wonder why this foreclosure thing is, well, now we're switching over to another thing right now. I'm helping this man get out. And the suit of prosecutor package is set up to do this. I'm going to have coaching for people who invest in the premium packages who will set it up like a webinar training, whatever, periodically so people can, but right now, so these people are blocking me from doing my stuff and teaching. So if I can't teach, then they're making me beat. I stay in pretty good shape. So I can beat your ass for a ride. On the legal shit, I can beat your ass all day long. I don't care. Bring it. Okay? You guys don't have to hide behind these beautiful women that y'all pay to go and do this shit. Okay? Bring your ass to the stream and just talk shit right there. Don't hide behind a bunch of shit. I ain't hiding behind nothing. Behind. Okay. Yeah, and I had somebody ask me if I thought I was a martyr. No, those are okay. So I wouldn't be worried about if y'all or somebody thinks I'm a martyr. What I would be concerned about, okay, because the person, whoever presented that to me is a dumbass, okay? And my concern is, I'm going to tell you this. I don't want to be the dumbass, The dumbass is the one that got to go back and take a picture of the martyr. Y'all do whatever you want to me. I ain't going nowhere until I get the dumbass. because dumbass gonna be right there with me. We're gonna spend eternity together somewhere. I know what y'all, I ain't scared of y'all ass, you know. Y'all, I learned a long time ago. Don't screw with old people because they ain't got shit to live for. So, or maybe they're just getting tired of having it and ain't having it no more. Oh, yeah, that's where I'm at. But you know what? I'm willing to do whatever it takes. So if I become a martyr, there's going to be somebody laying right next to me right over there, and I'm good with that. Okay? I would rather do that than to have my ass locked up again, having them trying to force medicate me or busting in my house or harassing me while I'm driving down the street or pulling me over or saying a shit to me. But if you pull me over and you disrespect me, then we're going to have a couple of words. And most of the time, people don't like to talk to me about those kind of people. I don't know why. Yeah, so when you get to a situation where you can't protect your family, your wife or your kids or your friends, your customers, it makes you a little funny. Well, it made me a little funny, all right? Because I didn't like that feeling. And we ain't doing that no more. Every day. You want to know why I roll? There you go. Okay, so I didn't have to worry about my snitches. All right. Because my Mexican buddies went to take care of them. And I told them to leave them alone. Oh, yeah, I'm passionate about what I do for $400 a month on commissary. Damn. Okay, I'm thinking if you spend that much on commissary, you're going to die with your auto. Okay, it's hot everywhere. Okay, so yeah, that's what we got. When you pay for the premium package and the custom stuff, then I email the stuff out to them. When they get my email, okay, I ain't had nobody email me back yet. Well, let me take that back. They did email me back when I sent the email out when I was helping Henry stop his eviction situation. Okay, they did email me back because I figured out where that portal was to stop the eviction process, to cancel the eviction is what it actually said. And so I emailed the sheriff department straight into the eviction team leader, and she emailed me back to let me know that they don't take those documents there, and I have to file it in court or whatever. There's nothing she could do. I think your ass called down there to see what the hell was going on before you emailed me. That's what I think. Or I think you did that shit after you emailed me and went over there to see what the hell was going on. And that was the reason why we sent the shit straight into them. Because when you send that shit to the court, there you go. When you send that stuff to the court, they throw that shit in a basket. They ain't sending it over to the sheriff department. They want we thank you, Frederick. It's the real-time feedback from all the people, all the you nice folks. They call us assholes, sovereign citizens, and well, they call me the N-word sometimes. I'm fine with it because they're calling me that shit because we're kicking their asses. And that's the best they can do. Like, you guys need to come up with something a little more creative. Okay, so the other thing that we're doing, and I might as well I got blueberry snacks on because I'm getting hungry. So you guys know I've been coaching some stuff and whatever. And then I decided to, since these people are being stupid, just to take on a few cases, custom shit, crush myself so people can see my stuff works. And I can give my own self review, which I did today. I'm about to post it tonight, maybe. What time is it? No, it's pretty late. I'll post it tomorrow. Okay, so in giving myself the review and going back over the coaching stuff that we done over the last week or two, it became apparent that we're not punching the right people in the face. We need to be punching the damn clerk right in the face. And Nikki was the last one to deal with the bullshit. Okay, and then I started going over the words, and in football, you got to watch film. And the legal thing, it's the words from all of the people that I've been coaching. The words. Okay, it's time for a commercial break. No, I'm just kidding. Absolutely right. The clerk. Okay, so I already knew that the clerk's number one job is to protect the court's money. That's the clerk's number one job. Okay. Oh, okay, but I don't know how to go. I'm just going. Okay. So when I was helping Henry, and they were giving him a hard time the day before yesterday, and I was on a speakerphone, and I could hear the clerk. He was talking, and I said, wait, we're here to follow the we're here to follow the rules that are connected to the Constitution. I mean, they're talking local rules. No. And he told me, I'm the clerk. The first thing I thought was, well, I'm glad I'm in Kansas right now and I'm not standing there with him, but it don't matter because, they tried for 33 months to get me to lose my temper. My ex-wife tried to get me to lose my temper so she, could do whatever, So I said, clerk, are you an administrative clerk or a judicial clerk? I don't want to talk to you. I'm off he went. Oh, the legal coach, the words. Now, he jumped up telling me he was the clerk. Any authority to make a judicial determination on anybody's document. And then he let me know he's a clerk. Is that administrative? Okay. So after that, I got thinking, well, wait a minute. Who the hell wants an administrative clerk filing your shit? Where's the judicial clerk? They're supposed to have a judicial clerk in there because you should be able to access all of that shit from one place, from the federal court building. That's why they call it the federal court building. Now, this is just how I have it all mapped together in my head. Okay, my head is shaped like the football. Oh, okay. So what is the difference? Is there a judicial clerk? Yes, there is. I started doing the research and almost got behind in a bunch of shit because I started down the hole. Oh, this is a big hole. Because Frederick, you know where I'm going with this. Okay, so I just started reading. So from what I read so far, the judicial clerks are there to help the judge. Look up case law, do this, do that. And then these other assholes over here are here for administrative shit. So we need to make sure that our stuff is getting filed by the judicial clerk. I don't know. In damn judge's office, I guess. Yeah. And for now, and this is what we did with Nikki. We're adding the clerk supervisor. We're adding the clerk supervisor and the clerks to Nikki's shit. And then I emailed them before she went down there to kind of soften so they wouldn't give her a hard time. And she only asked 2 days in a row prior, and then she figured out what they were doing and brought that shit to the table. So that allowed the assholing coach to address that shit. The clerk is the one that's in Nikki's way. The clerk was the one that was in my damn way in Sedona, Arizona. I'm like, what the hell? I should have figured this. What? Damn. It's all right. We figuring it out. And I'm gonna put together a presentation on it. I might do a webinar on it. Yes. Okay, so one of the things that I was thinking about, probably let the judge off the hook. Oh, come on, think about it now. I mean, you can always add them later or whatever. It ain't like you can't never add them back, okay? But it's a psychological, situational thing over here, punch in the face, okay? The clerk's getting jammed up. The attorney getting jammed up, but the judge is still making money. Okay, who's with me here? Okay, so if I'm the clerk, and I'm added to the shit, and I'm having to get an attorney on the federal level because these assholes over here messing with this crazy ass man, whatever. I'm gonna be a little grumpy if the damn judge ain't doing the same shit. I mean, I don't know. What you think? It's like white people say, creating a rift. I think that's the way you say that. That's like kicking somebody in the ass. That's how we say it. Creating a rift. You need one to check out, and then it's a wrap. I need to figure out how to check the Rumble and see how many people are on our stream. We're new to Rumble. I got a couple of people. I got 24 followers on Rumble. Okay, we need to turn me off somewhere. I'm on everywhere. I'm going to show you guys that new package that I put together. Okay, we're going to do a screen share again. Okay, this is the package that we're using to jam the ass up for Henry, and we're going to use this package for Dr. C. She is from Great Britain, and then I'm feeling confident that Nikki got them backed up against the wall. Now, this is the cool thing about this. So they could not respond to what we filed, what Henry filed. You can see right here. We filed a counterclaim for the illegal eviction. They left RICO out of it. It was the RICO foreclosure. They left RICO out of it. They didn't want to put RICO on nothing. That's all right, as long as. Okay, and so they couldn't respond. This is what they responded with: the summons of service by the process server and the affidavit. That's all they could. That's all they. We filed a demand to dismiss, emergency motion filed. We filed a counterclaim for RICO, and they're whatever. They couldn't respond to it. So that's like a win. I mean, I never really thought about winning. I just like to beat them down, make them go sit the hell down. But you can see right now that lawsuit package stopped the eviction process after the sheriff's notice to quit and vacate the property. And this package works because we figured out that the real-time feedback, that the RICO shit was badass, and it forces the judge to recuse himself and send your stuff all over the place. And so we just started using that to, and I figured we stall them, whatever, and just cut, because with the combination of RICO and cloud and entire strategy and additional noise of less pendants, we've been forcing them to tap out. They can't respond. See right there. This is the most important $300 investment you can. The RICO foreclosure defense lawsuit package. Stop the eviction with federal power and expose the fraud, freeze enforcement, seize assets, and take control of your property today. And the thumbnail for this shows the fire. That's what we were looking at a while ago. Now, the counterclaim strategy is what everybody should be using, even if you're not in my program. You counterclaim their ass. You add them as plaintiffs or as defendants to the counterclaim, depending on how you want to do it. And you stick it right in their face and jams them up because they can't respond. They're a party to the case or whatever. This RICO thing is fire out the gate, because they can't. And so here's what you get. You get your RICO counterclaim for illegal eviction. So if you're already in the eviction process, then you will start out the gate with your $200 million counterclaim for illegal eviction. And then you would file your real lawsuit for the eviction up here in federal court. And the notice of fraudulent conveyance is structured like a document they file in your case. It has a court heading, whatever, and then has notice. And that allows you to get right on the record in court your notice of fraudulent conveyance and your notice of less pendants. And that's pretty badass. And then I included the bar card also. So who this is for? Homeowners facing imminent eviction, homeowners that have been evicted, homeowners impacted by foreclosure fraud, anyone targeted by administrative courts without jurisdiction, pro se fighters seeking constitutional leverage, legal coaches looking for more firepower, homeowners under attack who want the very best there is for this problem, homeowners facing foreclosure and wanting to, turn tables. Property owners facing property tax issues. This handles all of that. And the coaching is at neighbors_coach on Twitter. Right now, we just been getting everything done. A few emails. Okay. So we're going to start focusing on the gatekeeper. Anybody already in their crap need to add the clerk to their stuff, because the clerk's the one throwing your ass under the bus. And that's my opinion on that. Thank you guys for the value of sharing your time. I got to go find me something to eat. It's time to snack. All this kicking butt, making me hungry. See you guys in the next live stream tomorrow.